relatively short ordinance designed to have the animal welfare agencies or organizations that are affiliated with these agencies with caregivers responsible for maintaining obligations of their traffic or these programs that lack of a term. So it seems to be the way it's a long-term fix and no easy solution.
Any questions from the auditor? None. Ordinance number 09-24-03, this will be an ordinance to establish Fund 802, which is a compensated absences fund, and then also ordinance number 09-24-04, and this is an ordinance to authorize the transfer of $250 from the general fund to the compensated absences fund. I'm sorry, $250.
Thank you. When we have retirements, we end up paying for vacation maybe that wasn't used, or a portion of the sick time not being used. And this is to fund and try to balance out some of the budget swings and changes in those type of expenses.
Any questions for the finance director? Seeing none. On to ordinance number 09-24-05, an ordinance to authorize and direct the mayor and director of finance to purchase for $29,902.14 a new forklift at state minimum pricing for more.
The forklift we have now, we just can't continue to put good money into a bad machine. We actually are running one right now. We just put $200-300 of parts in it, and then it went bad again, and it's time to for the building or service department. And we did this is state bid.
Any questions for that? And ordinance number 09-24-06 is an ordinance to reappropriate for the expenses for the period beginning January 1st, 2019 and ending December 31st, 2019.
Thank you. I'd like to be able to add $10,000 in the general fund. I'd like to add $10,000 to the legal administration. This is our union negotiation year, but I'd like to be able to pull the $10,000 out of election expense this year. So that's that wash. Miscellaneous government in the general fund is $250,000 that we would authorize as a transfer. It's actually putting it through on a budget line item. Building, I'd like to add $15,000. That's for the waste that needs to be picked up in various homes and weeds that's caught, and we get the money back. It's just that we've pretty much exceeded where we are right now, and it's only the room is being billed through maybe the beginning of September. We have a little bit more time yet, but it is reimbursed back to us. The street maintenance and repairs in 820, that is this forklift for the $29,900 plus or minus a little bit. As for the special revenue fund, we have a state grant, that's the ODNR grant, where we're buying the equipment and going to be reimbursed. So that's $8,000 worth of park equipment, but I've already received the paperwork as to how to ask for the reimbursement. And then compensated absences, just running future vacations, I'd like to put $25,000 of budget money there, just in case we should have some need to use it.
Any questions for Mr. Bush? Seeing none. Ordinance number 09-24-07, ordinance to amend chapter 300, amending chapter 330.40 for slow-moving vehicles.
Yeah, this was brought to my attention by Mr. Stockton, who deals with these types of things more often. This is just to allow for slow-moving vehicles. He also pointed out an opportunity there to lessen the burden on the police department, so we have a provision in there that indicates that's an expected by either our police department or another municipality may have already approved it, so it should lessen the burden on the chief staff or police officers.
Questions for Walter? Seeing none. And then under legislation pending, the first reading was August 27th, 2019, and the second reading was September 10th, 2019, and this will be legislation number 08-27-08, and this is an ordinance amending chapter 505 to include 505.1 questions from the mayor or law director? Seeing none. Council of the whole committee meeting is adjourned at 7:07 p.m. Call the regular council meeting for Tuesday, September 24th, 2018, to order at 7:07 p.m. Will Ms. Grocery please lead us in the pledge of allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Mr. Zerman, please call the roll.
Mr. Overstreet? Here. Mr. Evers? Here. Mr. Zerman? Yes. Mr. Kucinich? Here. Mr. Sept? Here. President Myers?
Here. Is there a motion to approve the agenda of the regular council meeting for September 24th, 2019?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Zerman, please call the roll.
Mr. Zerman? Yes. Mr. Sept?
Yes.
Mr. Evers?
Yes.
Mr. Overstreet? Yes. Mr. Kucinich? Yes. President Myers?
Yes, the agenda is approved. Under approval of the minutes, we have minutes pending from September 10th and September 17th. And we will leave those pending until such a time we have a chance to review those. President's report, the next regular scheduled council meeting, council of the whole committee meeting is scheduled for October 8th at 7 p.m. The regular council meeting will be nothing under communications and petitions. Committee reports that we will have an ordinance committee. Mr. Smith?
Yes. We discussed the slow moving vehicle ordinance, which was discussed and also discussed in council of the whole. We decided to move that forward. Additionally, we discussed an amendment to the ordinance pertaining to passing school buses when the school buses stop. And that's still in committee, but we're proposing raising the fine on people who illegally pass the school bus. And apart from that, we had a brief discussion on feral cats, which is also in council today. And the mayor's court is still a pending issue in the ordinance committee. So that was it. And questions?
Any questions for Mr. Smith? Seeing none, I believe Mr. Stewart, there was a meeting now.
Thank you, Mr. President. There was a economic community development committee meeting that was held today at City Hall at 5:30. We had numerous items on the agenda. The main item was the partnership with the helping the East Lake Middle School and Little East Lake School District with the Seventh grade field trip. We have their date planned out for Friday. It's an all-day excursion for the seventh graders, and it's going to involve the front of the middle school, which is near the old Indian burial bay, the library, City Hall, and the East Lake Police Athletic League. I want to thank the Archaeological Society from Ohio, Iron Horse, Chuck Anderson, the East Lake Women's Club, the library, Boulevard 500 Flags, American Legion, DFW, Mayor Dennis Morley, Severinos, and EPAL for all participating in this event for the seventh grade class. And the other item that we discussed was setting a date for the East Lake Dog Show. This would be the third one. This was unanimously passed from the ECDC committee to council. And I would like to make a motion for this to be voted on by council. There's not a date set, but we'd like permission to set a date with the Creation Lodge under the parameters that were discussed at the ECDC meeting.
One of the recommended the council would like to discuss that. I believe there's some questions regarding what they have regarding the contract. So if we can do so, whatever we can agree with this. Seeing none, we'll move on to recognition of public. The floor is now open for recognition of public. Our line speakers, all remarks will be directed to the chair and will not involve personality. Now limited to 3 minutes per person, 30 minutes total. A number of you that are signed up to speak. I'm going to
thank you, Council President, Mayor Morley, and the board, for our council, city council, for allowing us to appear. But I'd like to first just start off by a very special thank you to Fire Marshal Drake, to Chief Weddington, and to Mr. Men, who I don't know how many hours they had in our schools, trying to make sure they were safe and they were ready for students to enter. So we sincerely appreciate all that you did. Mayor Morley was even at the school more times than I wanted him to be. He was there a lot, also pitching in and trying to make sure we were ready to open. And then once we did open, Chief Bright gave us a lot of extra officers and auxiliary people to help make sure the traffic flow went well and the kids were coming in safe. And the first times you can imagine coming into North High School, we had some issues, but I think we got that resolved pretty quickly due to the extra help that we had. So thank you very much for allowing that to occur. And we just wanted to we'll also let you know that we are on the ballot this November. It is a 4.99 mil levy. It will generate roughly $8.27 million, $8.3 million, which is the amount of money that we are losing from loss in tangible personal property tax. So we're just trying to stay even with where our budget has been historically, and that is what we're doing this November. Any questions that we can answer?
Any questions for the superintendent? Thank you for coming.
Well, thank you very much for allowing us to appear. Thank you.
Next person is signed up to speak is Rich White.
Good evening, Rich White, 1372 East Street, Warrior. Purpose of being here today is twofold. One is the rallies. When the planning committee back when that was introduced here, introduced it with promise that it would be open from no later than 11 p.m. Unfortunately, due to some oversight of whatever, that never made it to their occupancy permit. So on day one, when they opened to 1 a.m., which was within the ordinance that was currently passed. Since then, fast forward to today, it decided to be open to 2 a.m. We sent some inquiries into the city, the last being, or beginning September 9th, and still not heard anything as to how they are allowed to operate beyond the 1 a.m. ordinance. Now, due to the oversight and due to where we're at now, the residents don't have any choice but just to deal with it. Cars, noise, speakers, car radios, all of that is just because it's right up against the residential neighborhood. Due to the lack of whatever should have happened within the city to limit those hours, we're now left to deal with it. So my main point about being here is hopefully council might be able to do something to facilitate the city's response to inquiries by the residents, particularly something like this, because here we are almost the end of the month, we still don't have any confirmation as to whether or not they're allowed to operate within the business hours of 2 a.m. And that brings me to my second point. I have another issue relating to a property that I've been inquiring about for 2 years now, where a new home was built and behind my property. And when it was being built above grade, from shooting from my transit, it's almost 5 feet above grade. None of my questions were answered at any point, including up to today, whether there was any mitigation required for the off-run, for leaching, for the stormwater running off of that property on time. It was never answered. So now today I'm in a position where the last 20 to 30 feet of my property is unusable until around June when it finally dries up. So I'm left to probably have to invest around $4,000 in running storm drains in the back of my property all the way to the front. And again, just a situation where 2 years later than that one, I still haven't gotten a response as to whether or not anything is even looked at. So I guess just I'm pleading with council to address some of those concerns. And I hear it throughout the city sometimes, through the residents, that there's just simply no response to a lot of inquiries, and it's just left to float off the ether. You get blown off until the point where you just give up. So, I guess I just wanted to make that point, and hopefully council will look into, the various departments and individuals, and maybe come up with a guideline as to outline what's required as part of the response to just general inquiries, particularly something that, like, destruction of property was something else happening, and nothing was ever done. So that's basically just all I wanted to say to that.
Thank you for your comment. Next person is scheduled, 5 minutes to speak. Thank you.
I'm here to talk about my neighbors that are, making my life miserable, and I really don't know where to turn. I've been in contact with the building department, and just recently got in contact with my councilman. And I'm getting responses that things are going to be monitored over there, which I don't understand what that means. There's some specific, what I think are violations. I have pictures here if you want to see the extension cords being drugged across the backyard, plugged into the shed in the back. And it's just not a safe and sanitary area. I feel like I live next door to a campground. They burn every single night. I have pictures of fires and smoke. I can't sit on my desk because I can't breathe out there. His mouth is foul. I don't know what to do about that, but every other word is F that comes out of his mouth in the backyard, so I can't even have children on my house. I just don't know where to turn. Like I said, I have pictures about the mess in the backyard, and all I get back is that will be monitored, or that will be, we're going to keep an eye on it. I don't know what that means. What does that mean? Are you going to drive by every day? Are you going to stop there? Are you going to see the fire burning? What does that mean? So that's right there. What can I do?
Yeah, we've been watching it. Fire department's been out there. Checked the hot burn. We won't speak exactly for them what's going on. As far as I know, they weren't in violation of a fire pit or the fires. I do know the fires are going on quite a bit.
Every night.
Not sure how you control that. I did personally go over there last week, knocked on the door, no one was in the home. Another zoning inspector went over there the week before that and talked to the homeowners. Didn't really see at that point any violations that she's seen. Mainly we're looking at the fire pit, the firewood, stuff like that. So right now, at this point, I believe the police might have been over there too, I'm not sure. So
I went over there as well, and firewood was neatly stacked, the yard was in good order, there was no vehicles that were out of the compliance to anything, and I double checked to make sure I had the right address. So as far as being responsive, I don't think a lot of cities will get 2 or 3 directors to show up on the same complaint. It's unfortunate that you're not happy with the result. As far as the land use and such, if that's occurring, you can call us at the time, and the officers can address that. We can't.
So is it okay in this community, like, the running extension cord, and I have pictures, tied in a knot? I mean, they're permanently like stapled to the shed. That's okay. That is not in violation of anything. Is that what I'm hearing?
what you're hearing on this is that I did try to stop. I would like to talk to the resident first and go over the situation and actually go in his yard with him instead of going by the pictures. And I'm sure the pictures are true and everything, but we're trying to get a hold of the homeowner and do it that way. See if we can come to a resolution.
I have his phone number in that box. We'll do clarification, I thought that would be happy to.
Sure, just go ahead and email it.
Thank you. Thank you, Chief. Thank you, Mr. Next resident scheduled to speak is Bill, I'm sorry, I can't read your last name. First full bar into the file. No problem, thank you. And then the next person scheduled to speak is, Lori Lewarski. Step up.
Members of my council meeting, I consider that was scheduled, so I would appreciate to be able to really want it, but it's my first time. What I'm going to talk about has to do with, a particular, subject of the trees on vine. I was able to learn about this week before the 4th of July week, and Mayor Morley graciously allowed me to speak on feral cat evening, that was, and, I had to speak with him for a little while. And ask the tree cutting in your mark for removal and the subject related to that. I asked why it was done and why there had been no public opinion or voice on the topic, and or had there been any sort of study done that said that hadn't been done, that it was required, and there had not been in that regard. The things I did learn were that the reasons, a variety of reasons were businesses had complained, wrong trees were put in at some junction, I'm unaware of. Sidewalk was bubbling or listed. Can't use strollers or wheelchairs because the distance space on the sidewalk is not sufficient. They were overgrown, the bases were unkept, although if they could mandate people to do that, but that had not been done. That businesses can't be seen for the trees in some way. $38,000 grant was discussed. And mentioning of the line corridor project up and coming, and some sort of phase 1 cleanup discussion. What I discovered on my own through research is I spoke to this is hard. I feel like this is our tiny little corridor. We don't have this space. We're like halfway down Erie Street, partway down Lakeshore. We turned into Willowwood, partway down Vine Street, et cetera, et cetera. It's not a very big area. But that is designated from a variety of trees that both shade park benches for people in the park, and a variety of things is just ghastly to me. So I go to virtually every business between driving beverage place all the way down past the Memorial restaurant. I walk the sidewalk up close and personal. I foot measured the distances of the sidewalk and what was going on, and was receiving from public. I took pictures to watchers this May and tried to show people what was happening before and after. I also spoke to me about the alley of Willowies and the arborist. There are 2 arborists that will be employed, and one is Willowwood. The Willowwood one is David Allen, and spoke to him as well. He was close. He was beside himself that they were taking the tree down. He had not been aware that it was supposed to play. What I discovered was that absolutely 0 businesses were complaining. They had never complained, they never had, and they had no problem with that. They did not know the trees were coming down until the trees were said, don't park by the tree, so it's cutting down. O'Reilly manager herself said, why? She was aghast. She had no idea. I learned that the trees are called honeylocust. They are often proposed for businesses in the streets and things like that. They're salt tolerant. They line downtown Willoughby on both sides, and they encircle City Hall. They're also in Charlie Square, said the arborist, and I found this down Enterprise Parkway off Chagrin, down that line as well. They also are good for that for application in that area. None of the sidewalks are bubbled except maybe 2. The wildly giant surroundings were open, almost every single one of them, and they impede the sidewalk. There's a full 5 feet of sidewalk toward 91, and near Circle K there, as well as a little bit of the right other direction towards Lakeshore Boulevard. When we get towards the Chinese restaurant and Goodwill and other areas, the surroundings are enormous, and they're about half the sidewalk. That's why wheelchairs and strollers and whatever else you want to do down there has a difficult time doing that. Those are broken sidewalks or not. They also spoke about the alley, and there's a study that has been proposed for the Vine Street corridor project that includes Willoughby, Willowwood, Lake Trans, and Eastwood. The study has been approved. The money has not been dispersed. He told me explicitly that we need to go over a year to get the money for the study. funding to even implement that study, years past the last further. So, David Allen also gave me a lady named Kathleen Wolf from the University of Washington. She was research associate with economic impact at retail shop. Watched 2 full videos related to that. She explains how businesses are viewed as more friendly, more welcoming, people spend more money, they will pay for parking, and they will stay longer in any of those instances where trees are flourishing and in around businesses. It's important that they're there. But also told me that that these things, and it's like their reports, these are years and years away. So if this is in fact some sort of day one cleanup project that had no study, to say that cleanup project is prior to the study that didn't happen yet, I'm curious why the trees were taken down, why it was proposed, was part of the $38,000 grant was used for this, and why not? It doesn't seem, I think it's such a number of area.
Thanks for your time.
This is not normally here to expect a response.
I believe the mayor, I believe a few of the mayor talked in the past.
This is in response to research, to the comments you made.
I'm not gonna sit here and say everyone.
Understand that also.
My question was why and why not? It was just a simple question. Not what
That's
it
my
means.
answer, and anything I say, it doesn't really matter what I say, so I'm, at
Sorry,
this
I
point,
missed that.
I sent you other emails when you requested things, but you don't, there gets to a point when someone doesn't want to hear anything, and there's nothing I will say today.
Is it different than what we talked about?
It will be the same, but you have your data and I have mine.
Not my way.
You have your data about the business owners and I have mine. And we're miles apart.
I spoke to them.
I know, you spoke to managers, or did you
Managers.
speak to
Managers.
the owners, did you speak to the owners of the building?
Okay, the gas station was an order.
This is, I'm good. Thank you.
There's 2 other stores.
Okay.
So I think that there's no answer I can. One email did not answer the following research question. Is that correct?
You can send me all that, but okay.
No, I didn't. I made a research and I'm speaking now. Because I had to do the research before I was responding.
But if you'd like to send the information.
This is why I hope to get an answer. That's why I came today and explain all the research I did. That's enough.
Thank you. Anyone else who wishes to address that? State your name and address for the record, please.
Tanya, 178 Bailey Road. I just want to talk about the feral cat proposal that you guys are talking about. And one Lockwood member who sent 10 emails to the Eastwood Cat Club or group or whatever with no response. Her neighbor has 20 cats that he's been feeding. Her dog has been bitten from them, had to have 2 surgeries because of issues that he was having with the cat, both of the dogs. 3 weeks ago, basically, they're getting no response from the cat group. And what you guys are basing this entire thing on is that these people are going to reach out to the cat group, and the cat group is going to handle and facilitate the PNR. They're going to facilitate making sure that these people have gone for vaccinations, and that the animals have been vetted. If they're not even responding to 1 email, let alone 10, how do you think that they're going to actually be able to how are they going to actually be able to implement this? I think Lewis has a very good group, but I think you guys really need to look at what have they done so far, how are they going to implement this, and how will it roll out? Secondly, 3 weeks ago, my husband cut the grass, got down on our furniture out front, and laid down. Now, he had a quadruple bypass 4 years ago. He walked into the house, he was red, his eyes were swollen, and he couldn't breathe. The only thing I knew that he was allergic to were cats. The neighbor down the street, the section that we call the cat lady, walks down every single morning and every single night, and she drops mounds of cat food in people's yards. These are homes that are vacant, these are homes that are bank owned, and these are just homes of people that they don't know what to say to the lady, because she's a really sweet old lady. I need to give my husband an EpiPen, because he almost died at my living room floor. Why? Because I've got 2 feral cats that I have on video that are being pissing, cracking in my yard. And my husband had the effect of that. If I wanted a cat, I get a cat. I don't want a cat. Studies have shown that when you put a feral cat colony in a community, it does not decrease the cat size. The count actually goes up because people start dropping cats off because they know, oh, there's a feral cat colony, these people are really nice, they'll take care of it. It actually goes up. Cats, once you touch them and you vaccinate them, they're extremely hard to retouch again. So a lot of cats go unvaccinated, rabies actually goes up in those populations. You're messing with the entire ecosystem. We look at feral cats and we go, oh, it's a little domesticated cat. No, it's not. It's not different than a raccoon. These cats are going to survive whether you're feeding them or not. And I just find